Humanity is the physical form of God's thoughts, and God is the perfect image of human thought. Therefore, the Word of God reveals humanity, and the Word of human beings reveals God. Humanity is the ruler of this world, and God is the ruler of heaven. Before saying, God wills it, humans had to choose it first. To truly understand and honor an all-powerful God, humans must be free. If humans had simply obeyed and stayed away from the fruit of knowledge out of fear, they would have remained innocent and simple like a lamb. But curious and rebellious like an angel of light, human beings cut their own umbilical cord. Falling freely to earth, humanity pulled God down into that fall as well. That is why, from the bottom of this grand fall, humanity rises up victorious with Christ on Mount Calvary and enters the kingdom of heaven with him. For the kingdom of heaven belongs to intelligence and love, and both are born from freedom. God showed freedom to humans like a beloved partner, and to test the human heart, God placed the scary shadow of death between them. Humans loved freedom and felt divine within themselves. They gave up everything for it, including eternal hope itself. Humanity rushed toward its beloved through the shadow of death, and the scary phantom vanished. Humans gained freedom and embraced true life. Now, pay for your glory, O Prometheus. Your heart, though eaten away constantly, can never die. It is the vulture and Jupiter who will perish instead. One day, we will finally wake up from the painful dreams of a troubled life. The work of our testing period will be finished, and we will be strong enough against pain to live forever. Then we will live in God with a richer life. We will step into his creation with the light of his mind, carried into the infinite by the breath of his love. We will surely be the elder brothers of a new human race, acting as angels to the people of the future. As heavenly messengers, we will sail across space, using the stars as our white boats. We will turn ourselves into gentle visions to comfort crying eyes. We will gather glowing lilies in unknown fields and shake their morning dew onto the earth. We will touch the eyelids of a sleeping child and bring quiet joy to a mother's heart as she looks at her beloved baby. Faith begins where science ends. Expanding science seems to take away from faith, but in reality, it expands faith's territory by giving it a bigger foundation. You can only guess the unknown by comparing its proportions to what is already known. Analogy, finding similarities, was the single core rule of ancient wise men. It is a true peacemaker because it is half science, half theory, half reason, and half poetry. This rule has always created and will always create all other truths. What is the God-man? It is someone who lives out the most divine ideal within the most human life. Faith is an intelligent guess made by love, guided by clues from nature and reason. Therefore, it is the true nature of faith to focus on things science cannot reach, things philosophy doubts, and things beyond plain certainty. Faith is making a theory real and agreeing together on our ultimate hopes. It is believing in the visible sign of things we cannot see. Now, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. To say without being silly that God exists or does not exist, you must start with a reasonable definition of God. To be reasonable, this definition must be a theoretical, symbolic reflection of what we don't know, based on what we do know. You can deny a specific idea of God, but the ultimate God can neither be denied nor proven. We reasonably accept him and put our faith in him. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God, said the Master. Seeing with the heart means believing, and if this faith aims for true goodness, it cannot be tricked, as long as it doesn't try to define things too rigidly based on personal ignorance. Our choices in faith shape who we are. It will be done to us as we have believed. That means we make ourselves in the image of what we worship. Those who make idols become just like them, said the psalmist, and so do all who trust in them. The heavenly ideal of the ancient world built a civilization that has now passed away. We shouldn't be surprised if the God of our uneducated ancestors becomes the devil to our better educated children. Devils are made out of discarded gods. Satan is so messy and twisted only because he is built from the broken pieces of old religions. He is a sphinx without words, a riddle without an answer, a mystery without truth, and an absolute idea without reality or light. Humanity is the child of God because God, made visible on earth, called himself the Son of Man. Only after shaping God in their mind and love could humans understand the magnificent word that said, "Let there be light." sketch of the prophetic theology of numbers. I oneness. Oneness, the number one, is the beginning and the summary of all numbers. It represents the idea of God and humanity joined together. It is the alliance between reason and faith. Faith cannot be against reason. Love makes faith necessary, and faith is the exact same thing as hope. To love is to believe and to hope, and this triple effort of the soul is called virtue because it takes courage to do it. But would there be any courage in it if doubt weren't possible? To be able to doubt means doubting happens. Doubt is the balancing force of faith, and it gives faith all its value. Nature itself leads us to believe, but formal statements of faith are just society's way of recording how people feel about faith at a certain time. This is what makes the church reliable. Its truth is plain to see in real life. God is naturally the most unknown of all beings, because God is defined as the exact opposite of our everyday experiences. God is everything we are not, the infinite power opposite to our limited world. Faith, and therefore hope and love, is so free that humans cannot force it on others, nor can they force it on themselves. Religion calls these things gifts of grace. Can you demand a gift? Can you force people to accept something that comes freely and naturally from heaven? No, you can only wish it for them. Trying to use strict logic on faith makes no sense, because the subject of faith lies outside basic logic. If someone asks me, "Is there a God?" I answer, "I believe so." But are you sure? If I were sure, I wouldn't believe it. I would know it. Writing out a statement of faith simply means agreeing on shared terms for our belief.